thank Penny and all of you for showing up this evening. It's a testament to how important this process is for you, and it is for me as well. Good evening. My name is Joann, and I'm your candidate for Mayor of Port St Lucie. I want to thank you for coming tonight. Your attendance here tells me that you are as concerned about the city as I am. I'm a proud resident of Port St Lucie and have been so since 1990. Are there any veterans in the audience? I know I saw one. Thank you for your service. I'm a veteran as well. I'm proud to say I served the United States Navy for 10 years, from 1976 to 1985. I don't just say I support veterans, I am one, and I know what it's like to be one. Do we have any small business owners in the crowd? I'm happy to say that I've been a small business owner since 1990. Been in Port St Lucie since then. I started my business in the bedroom of my mother's house when I first moved here, and it's grown now to what's called the tax shop on Bayshore Boulevard here in Port St Lucie. Port St Lucie is a great city, and it's great because of residents like you. You're here tonight because you deeply care about your community. In the upcoming election, you have a choice to make. Who's going to lead your city as mayor? By your presence here tonight, it's a sign to me and others that you take this responsibility seriously. Now let's talk about the issues. Property values. I've been an outspoken advocate of property values since 2005 and before. Dealing with the city about this issue was a challenge in and of itself. They were in a state of denial for a very long time. I remember where Councilwoman Berger was quoted in T.C. Palm as saying, regarding me, if I didn't like it, I should move to a gated community. Nobody should have to move to a gated community to keep their houses in order and their property values up like they're supposed to be. I pushed forward with that for years, pressing the issue with the city and the city council. Communities like Park's Edge have many proud residents who are very proud of their homes. Your home is the single biggest investment you will ever make in your lifetime for most of you. And we have to have a city government that respects that and takes that responsibility seriously. My goal is to eradicate blighting issues throughout the city and having new residents and businesses move here, not because we have the cheapest homes in Florida, but because we create value in those homes. Fiscal responsibility. If we as a city are going to survive budget crunches and recessions like we recently have, we have to be smarter about how we spend money and what we spend money on. Sidewalks, absolutely yes. Quality of life issues, absolutely yes. Neighborhood safety issues, absolutely yes. Job creation initiatives, absolutely yes. Bringing small businesses to Port St Lucie, absolutely yes. What we should not be spending money on are things like paying severance pay to city managers and city attorneys who decide to quit their jobs in lieu of fulfilling their contractual agreements to the taxpayers by serving out their employment contracts. Severance pay is intended to compensate certain employees when their jobs are eliminated through no fault of their own, not when they decide just to quit. Recently, the city attorney decided to resign, and as a condition of his resignation, he was paid $97,000. In early 2013, the city manager left voluntarily, and as a condition of him leaving, he was paid $65,000. In both circumstances, as a condition of that payment, they were not allowed to speak ill of the city or the city council, and if they did so, they would have to repay that money. What this amounts to is taxpayer-funded hush money. And the taxpayers paid for it. Every one of you paid for that. This behavior is unacceptable, and I find it offensive, and you should as well. Jobs. Probably the most important issue to every one person in this room. This city and its residents are in dire need of good-paying jobs. Having one or a few large employers in this city is very risky. And if that one decides to leave, many of you would be impacted. We can't afford that. We've seen that in the past and can't afford for that to happen anymore. Sending a politician with business owners to come here does not have the impact of sending a small business owner to speak to small business owners. We speak the same language, understand that the same needs, and we understand what it takes to make small businesses be successful. My success here in Port St Lucie is known to many of you. I started my own business in 1990 in the bedroom of my parents' home. and build it into what it is today, a successful tax and accounting business right here in Port St Lucie. It's family owned and family operated. It was not without struggles though. We had failures, but it's successful because I was determined to make it that way. I will bring that determination to the office of mayor. Once elected, I will be the first mayor in the history of the city of Port St Lucie that's a real small business owner. In closing, I want to thank you again for coming tonight. I would respectfully ask for your vote on August 26th and again on November 4th, which would allow me the honor of serving you and our city, just like I serve my country.